Hello everyone, welcome back. Severed is here, coming back with part 7 of What If Deku Had Half and Half Quirk. But before anything and everything, first of all, a shout out to Dubstep Gamer What If. He's, having a channel, and I'm gonna put his channel link down in the description as a way for me to thank him for what he did in my Discord, channel. If you want to go to my Discord, you will gonna find the link down in the description too. Anyways, he done such an amazing job on the Discords. He's done a job that I would never gonna do, to be honest with you. Anyways, I just want to thank him by just linking his channel down in the description and go watch his videos. Anyways, let's get right into the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. As where we last left off, Izuku was of course in the sport festival, and after he done from a fight between him and of course Todoroki, in the end he fought it against Bakugo, but Bakugo, since he was training with Izuku since like 16 years, he managed in the end to defeat him and take in the first place. After that, Izuku just talked a little bit with Todoroki and everything blah blah blah, going back to his home. As in the next day, Izuku and all class 1A of course are sitting in the class as Aizawa said, "Well, good morning class, today we will gonna do something different. First of all, congratulations Bakugo for getting the first place in the sport festival." As Bakugo said, "That wasn't enough for me. This fucking Deku didn't get his memories back, and I was needed to fight him while he's still not even in his full power." As Izuku said, "I tried my hardest." As Bakugo said, I know all your tricks, but you doesn't know any of mine, and you wasn't fighting me seriously. If only you had your memories." As Izuku said, alright, calm down. As after that, Aizawa said, "Well, anyways, right now, every one of you will gonna go into a little, what they can call it, let me remember a little bit, every single one of you will gonna into a little, yes, every single one of you will gonna choose an internship to go with a pro hero so he can learn something. Maybe train and something like that. The sport festival was meant so pro heroes can see what can you all do, and they can just teach you some things after, of course, in the internships. Now, everyone has got some internships. Look at the screen and see who's the one that got the higher internships. As after that, everyone just looking. In the end, they just see, of course, Todoroki, and after that, Izuku, and the last one is Bakugo. As Bakugo said, "Why am I the last one? Fucking asshole! And how did he get even higher than me?" As after that, Aizawa said, "Well, looks like the heroes really didn't get your anger issues very well. They rather to have someone that can talk normally without screaming and telling everyone to die around of him. Don't you think so, Bakugo?" As Bakugo said, "Whatever." And after that, Izuku said, "Hey, Todoroki, who are you gonna go with?" As after that, Todoroki said, "I'm not really sure." As Izuku said, "Well, I'm gonna go with Endeavor." As Todoroki said, "Why are you going with Endeavor? He have a fire quirk. You can choose someone with an electricity quirk or a wind quirk." As Izuku said, "To be honest with you, you know what, you're actually right. Why am I even going with Endeavor? Looks like the electricity that I used at the sports festival has even made my head go even wild." As Todoroki said, "You need to stop using your electricity a lot. We don't need you to lose the memories that we trying to get them back to you." As Izuku said, "You're right. So I think we're gonna go with this hero." And after that, Todoroki said, "Alright." And after that, Izuku said, "What are you gonna choose?" As Todoroki said, it's nothing." And after that, Aizawa said, "Well, everyone, tomorrow you will gonna go into your internships, so get ready." As after that, everyone just leaving the class, the day of the school ended, and Izuku going back into his home, and the next day, he getting ready to go into his internship. As after that, he finally got into the place and said, "So, this is the place?" As he just see in front of him a big agency. As he said, "Well, here's goes nothing." As he go inside, and after that, he meet with none other than... And after that, once Izuku come inside, he see on the ground a dead body and a pile of blood. As Izuku said, "Oh, I didn't kill this guy." As after that, the guy suddenly stand up and said, "I'm not dead." As after that, Izuku seeing the old man, he said, "Wait, you're not dead. Where is the hero, Gran Torino?" As after that, the guy said, "I am Gran Torino, but you're not the one that I was expecting." As after that, Izuku said, then who were you expecting?" As after that, suddenly from behind, Izuku hearing a sound saying, "Alright, Gran Torino, here." As after that, Izuku looking behind, he see Kirishima. As Izuku said, "Oh, Kirishima, hey." As after that, Kirishima said, "Hey, Midoriya." As after that, Gran Torino said, "Wait a second. Wait, kid. Did I send you an internship or something like that?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, you did. Your name was inside the internship. You are the one that sent it to me, right?" As after that, he's Gran Torino thinking a little bit as he said, "Oh, so you are the kid that All Might told me about to send an internship to, right? You doesn't remember yourself, huh?" As Izuku said, "Well, I really doesn't have any memories since like 2 weeks ago, maybe 2 days. I really doesn't remember, but it's not really a big problem for me." As Gran Torino said, "Well, if that's so, then I'm gonna beat you up until you finally remember who the fuck you are." As after that, Izuku said, "Oh, alright, I would love to." As Gran Torino said, "Well, get ready to get into hell, kid. But first of all, go sit down. I want to try the successor here." As Izuku said, "The successor of what?" As after that, Kirishima said, "It's nothing, Midori. He doesn't mean anything." As after that, Gran Torino said, "Alright, get ready." As after that, Kirishima said, "Alright, but before he immediately continue, Gran Torino kicking, of course, Kirishima in his stomach before he even managed to hardening his, of course, body. And immediately, the Gran Torino just jumping on the ground and hitting, of course, Kirishima on his back, pushing him into the ground, making him fall on his face. As Gran Torino stand in front of him and said, "Weak, you are very weak. You doesn't have any senses. Your reaction time sucks." As after that, Kirishima said, "But we didn't." As immediately Gran Torino hit him on his head with the stick and said, "The villains will not gonna wait for you until you finally decide to attack, kid." As Kirishima said, alright. As after that, he said, "Well, it's your turn, Lightning Boy." As after that, Izuku said, "Alright." Immediately after that, Gran Torino said, "Ready?" As Izuku doesn't say anything, and immediately Gran Torino starts jumping left to right on the walls. And immediately after that, he was going to send a kick on Izuku, but suddenly his leg has hit something, as he being immediately, just pushed away. As after that, Gran Torino being thrown away, but he got hold of himself and standing on the table saying, "What was that?" As Izuku said, What was what? What are you talking about?" As after that, Gran Torino said, "Interesting." As he immediately starts jumping left to right and going again on Izuku. Izuku immediately just still standing in his place. Gran Torino throwing a kick, but suddenly his kick hits something, but not Izuku. As he jump in front of Izuku and throwing another kick, but it's really not working. As after that, Gran Torino jumped in front of Izuku and said, "What are you doing, kid? What's this trick?" As Izuku said, "Oh, it's just a little thing that I learned. Windshield. I can, make the window out of me a little bit more thick, so, just to protect myself." As after that, Gran Torino said, "Interesting. But I would like from you to stop using this shield, because I'm trying to make your reaction time is better." As Izuku said, "Alright." And after that, Gran Torino said, "Get ready." As immediately Gran Torino starts kicking Izuku left to right, up and down, and all around until Izuku finally managed to dodge one of his attacks, but Gran Torino, without hesitation, going and throwing another kick from a different direction, throwing him into the ground by the side of Kirishima. As Izuku looking at Kirishima and Kirishima looking on Izuku, and Izuku said, "Hey there." And immediately after that, Gran Torino just standing on the back of Izuku, sitting down saying, "Both of you sucks on your hero work. How the fuck you expect that you will gonna become a hero on this stupid level?" Well, I think it's time for some training. Get your asses up and let's get outside. As after that, Gran Torino start training and Izuku and Kirishima for the next 3 days. Izuku start, remembering some things because he didn't use his electricity for the last 3 days. just training on his wind abilities. In the end, right now, of course, Izuku and Kirishima and Gran Torino on the bus. As Kirishima said, where are we going, Gran Torino? As Gran Torino said, don't worry, we're going somewhere that both of you will gonna like. Hoso City. As after that, the wall of course, the train suddenly opened up, revealing a Nomu, a white Nomu, which his color is kind of weird. It's like yellow. As after that, Izuku said, it's a Nomu. As after that, he holding his, of course, left arm and said, Gran Torino holding Izuku arm and said, don't do it, you will gonna push more people than, not only the monster. Leave it to me, kids. And after that, Gran Torino jumping left and right, and in the end, he kicked the Nomu outside of the car, of course, the train, and after that, also himself going out. As Izuku and Kirishima going a little bit closer into the hall, as they said, Gran Torino! As Izuku said, Kirishima, we need to go. As Kirishima said, you're right. And immediately after that, Kirishima just jumped down after hardening his body, while Izuku starts, just jumping in the air, doing maneuvering and trying to levitate, keeping himself in the air to be able to see what's happening. And after that, he see a building that start to burn. As he, go down by the side of Kirishima, and Kirishima just turning off his, of course, red electricity around his body. As Izuku said, I didn't know that you have electricity too. As Kirishima said, well, it's not really an electricity, but it's something else. But anyways, we need to help those people. As after that, Izuku said, alright. And immediately Izuku said, go search for someone, go search for Gran Torino, Kirishima. I'm gonna take care of this building. I can't help it. I have wind, so this fire will not be a problem for me. As Kirishima said, alright, good luck. As Izuku said, thanks. And after that, Izuku coming closer, and after that, seeing the building just burning. Immediately, one of the heroes said, hey kid, what are you doing? Which is of course a female hero. As Izuku said, trying to help. As he immediately holding his left arm and said, breathe in and out. Just like Gran Torino told you, use the breathing technique that you learned from him. As after that, Izuku immediately throwing his left hand forward, throwing like a strong gust of wind, turning all the flames off, but leaving Izuku with the lots of oxygen has lost out of his lungs. As Izuku start breathing heavily, saying, damn it, keep your breathing, Izuku, your breathing techniques. As after that, the hero come closer to Izuku and said, wow kid, you done a great job, thanks. As Izuku said, yeah, could you please get me an oxygen mask? I need an oxygen mask now. As after that, the hero just giving Izuku an oxygen mask and said, thank you. I hope that you will gonna take care of this right now, alright? As the hero said, alright, thanks to you there is no fire, so we can save the people inside. You can go, kid. As Izuku said, yeah, I need to go. After that, Izuku starts running, and immediately after that, he starts hearing someone screaming inside an alleyway. As Izuku looking in the alleyway, seeing Kirishima standing in front of Ida, while Ida on the ground, and there is a hero on the wall, while someone standing in front of Kirishima. As Izuku said, Kirishima, what's happening? As Kirishima said, oh, Izuku, right on time. This is the hero killer, Stain. We need to stop him. As Izuku said, Stain? Is he a villain? As, of course, Stain looking on Izuku said, another fake? Is this a fake hero or what? Calling for help. Well, this actually smart thing, but you will not be able to stop me. As after that, Izuku said, Kirishima, get Ida and this hero out of this place. I'm gonna hold him off. As Kirishima said, but you can't. As Izuku said, I am the best person to hold him off. You know what I can do, Kirishima, and what I can possibly do. As Kirishima said, alright. And after that, Izuku immediately come in front of Kirishima and holding his left arm, throwing a wave of air, pushing, of course, the Stain back, giving Kirishima enough time to be able to get hold of the hero on the wall, and also, of course, Ida. So he ran away, start jumping left and right, using, of course, his ability, which is, if you didn't already know, he's the successor of One for All for now. As after that, Stain said, you let them leave, and you're right now trying to hold me off? Why did you do that, kid? As Izuku said, because they need help. and if I'll just gone with them, you will just gonna follow us around. So someone need to make sure that you will not gonna move anywhere else than here. As the Stain said, but you know that you might die, right? As Izuku said, yes, so what? As Stain immediately smiled and said, you are a true hero. But I'm not gonna just stop right here. As immediately after that, of course, Stain start jumping left to right on the walls and immediately going right on Izuku to slash him. Izuku immediately managed to cover the side of his body with this, hardening the air around of him, making like a shield. As Stain sword hitting something, but it's not Izuku body. As he just jumped back and said, huh? What was that? I hit something, but it wasn't you. As Izuku said, you will gonna see that defeating me will gonna take more than just a few steps on the walls. As immediately after that, Izuku holding his left arm and throwing an air cannon on, of course. Immediately Stain jumping out of the way of the cannon and going right on Izuku to stab him. Izuku jumping out of the way and holding his left hand again and throwing another air cannon on. Of course, Stain throwing him away out of the alleyway. As Stain going back and start jumping left to right and all around Izuku. As he said, what's wrong? Why can't you attack me? As Izuku said, of course, yeah, damn it, I need to focus. Where is he gonna come from, Izuku? If I made a full shield around my body, I will not be able to breathe very well, but I need to expect where he will gonna come from. Just like Gran Torino told you, Izuku. Come on. As after that, immediately Stain coming from behind Izuku. As after that, Izuku turned around and immediately mating Stain with an air wave into his chest, but Stain immediately jumped above Izuku's head, and right now he's above his head. As immediately after that, Stain, without a hesitation, hit Izuku on his head with the sword, but not with the edge of the sword, but actually with the handle, so he can knock him off. As he actually did this, and Izuku just fall on the ground, knocked off, and Stain standing saying, you are a true hero, you deserve to live, but I need to go after that fake. As immediately after that, Izuku suddenly waking up, and Stain actually surprised as Stain said, Izuku said, my head. What's happened with that Nomu? Damn. Where's Shoto? As after that, Stain said, you're awake? As Izuku said, how the hell am I even here? As Stain said, what's wrong with you? As Izuku said, what's happened? Who are you? As Stain said, did you forget your memories? As Izuku said, who are you? Are you a villain? You seem like a villain. If you are a villain, then I have to stop you. As immediately after that, Izuku, instead of his left hand this time, start engulfing his right arm with electricity. As after that, immediately Stain coming closer into Izuku and start jumping left to right. As immediately Izuku throwing a wave of electricity on Stain. Immediately after that, Izuku suddenly just throwing more electricity on Stain, so to electrocute Stain. Stain wasn't expecting, of course, electricity. He thought that Izuku quirk is wind manipulation, but now this changed everything. As Stain being hit by the electricity of Izuku, having a lots of knives on your body that made out of metal wasn't the best thing to get against him. As Stain started being electrocuted, and immediately after that, he fall from the sky into the ground. Izuku getting hold of him using his wind manipulation and put him back on the ground. As Stain right now just body smoking, and Izuku right side is just smoking too. As Izuku said, damn it, that was a hard attack. Are you alright, whoever you are? As Stain said, how did you manage to do that? Were you hiding this from me the whole fight? As Izuku said, hiding what? I just suddenly waking up in this alleyway and you are just attacking me. I doesn't even know what you are talking about. As Stain said, I doesn't know who you are or what you are up to, but I'm gonna keep an eye on you, kid. As after that, immediately Stain tried to stand up, but Izuku just shooting him with electricity and knocking him off. After that, Izuku started, feeling a little bit, dizzy. As he said, why am I feeling so dizzy? As immediately after that, he just fall on the ground. And after that, After a couple of minutes, the heroes finally come into the place and taking Izuku and, of course, staying into Tardress, and of course Izuku into the hospital, as Izuku right now inside the hospital, as he said, what's happened? As immediately after that he look on his left, he see Bakugo, as Izuku said, who are you? As Bakugo said, please don't tell me that you lost your memories again. Please don't tell me, as Izuku said, I'm just joking, Bakugo. As Bakugo said, fucking asshole, did you finally get your memories? As Izuku said, well, I feel a little bit, remember some things, like the day that we, both of us has gone into the forest and you fall from the bridge, and the day that there was a villain that captured me, and after that he just, tried to kill me, or the day, the times that we were fighting on the beach. As after that, Bakugo said, but do you remember everything? As Izuku said, no, my memory is still quite blurry. Like, for example, who the hell is, I feel like I saw someone, but it's just so weird. My head is just hurting me. Sorry, as Bakugo said, at least you got some of your memories. You really we're gonna believe how much time we were trying to get your memories back. If you ever tried to use your electricity more than I was possibly, more than, whatever. I'm just so angry on you, deku. As after that, Izuku said, yeah, and I'm happy that you are angry on me. After that, Shuto come into the room and said, hey, Izuku, are you okay? As Izuku said, Todoroki, why are you here? As Todoroki said, I was worried about you. As Bakugo said, teh, worried about him? Aren't you the one you just hate him too much? Or maybe you finally start developing some, feelings for him? As, immediately Todoroki looking at Bakugo and said, Bakugo, he's just my friend. As Bakugo said, oh, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna leave you, Fire Girl and Electric Boy, alone. As after that, of course, Bakugo just leave the room, and after that, Izuku said, so, how was your internship? As, Shoto said, it was good. Nothing too much, but it was normally good. As Izuku said, cool. So, do you want tomorrow to go into a mall? Just to enjoy ourselves? As Todoroki said, why are you asking me? As Izuku said, no real reason, it's just that. Do you want to go? As Todoroki said, alright. As after that, Izuku said, cool. Well, can you just leave me? I need to sleep a little bit. As Todoroki said, alright. And after that, Todoroki just leave the room and Izuku going back to sleep. And this is gonna leave it up, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what you think about this part. And what do you think will gonna happen in the next part? Well, I have nothing more to say than Savage was here.